Hi everybody, welcome back to Shell Star Stitches. Hope you're all doing okay and I've had a good week and a half. I've tried to angle you slightly this way in the craft room because the sun is, oh, bit of fluff just fallen. The sun is making it a little bit grainy. So hopefully it's not too grainy for you watching this. So yeah, apologies, I didn't do a video at the weekend. I didn't really feel like I had much to show you, to be honest. I have had 2 deliveries now and I've got a finished project to show you. So obviously I gave you a little tour of my garden in the last video. Peas are finally dead, had to pull them out. Got 8 sweet corns growing. It's very difficult to tell with sweet corns. You almost have to peel some of the leaves back and have a look. They're all very white kernels rather than yellow, so I think I need to wait a little bit longer, but then you have to be careful not to wait too long. So 8 corn on the cobs growing. Peppers are all growing, as in the plants have grown, so hopefully I should have some peppers soon, and hopefully it's not too late for peppers if the weather stays all right. Spring onions, pulled some of those, gave them to the neighbour with some homemade jam. Think I've got some more ready, but I don't want to pull them until they're ready for them because I think otherwise they go a bit limp. I'm not a spring onion fan. But yeah, anyway, waffling. Right, so, sorry, I'm like really zoomed in there. Deliveries. So I'll talk about the Toft one first and show you that. So Toft had their birthday 18% off discount. And it was just a free pattern over this weekend, which was their 18th birthday, like pina colada cocktail. Doesn't obviously have to be a pina colada, it could be anything you want. Kerry was also on Sewing Street on Friday with 2 shows, slightly different in each, but some crossover. You can buy the kit from Toft and Sewing Street for the cocktail, but it was a free pattern over the weekend. So apologies if any of you missed that because I didn't do my video. I did sort of mention it last week to look out for, and if you're subscribed to Toft's mailing list, you should have been emailed about that anyway. But yeah, so I did place a birthday order, which I think I told you about, and I ordered some Aran weight yarn. So I happened to order quite a few balls, managed to get a decent price on them. I think it was a bit of a Toft glitch, which I think they noticed and then turned off, but they did actually honour the orders that were made rather than cancel them, which is very good of them. So I have, this is probably the biggest box apart from Advent that I have had from Toft. Next to Michelle's head for reference, it's twice the size. So I've ordered some Aran because I've got a little bit of a plan possibly for something Halloweeny in here. So as you can see, it's a big box. I'm going to put it on the floor because it's a big box. Ow. So one bag is full of one thing and one bag's got the other. So it's not going to be, oh, I've just tipped one of the bags up in the box. It's not helpful. You can tell I am organised for today. Right, so we have two bags. So all in all, 13 balls of Aran yarn I purchased. So this whole bag here is full of exactly the same. We have 9 cream balls of Aran yarn here. I think it's these is coming, sorry. We've been out for a walk. Hay fever. No, it's not. It's gone away. So yeah, 9 balls of Aran. So I wanted some extra for extra Santa hats, Christmas hats, etc. So I've ordered hopefully with enough left over. But I also wanted this for a Halloweeny project potentially. I mean, I've ordered the yarn now. I kind of need to do it, but I need to crack on with some things first. So yeah, so 9 balls of Aran in cream. That is tickling my leg. Thought it was a bug. I can't even do the bag up. There we go. And then, kind of probably pretty boring for you guys really, but I've then purchased 4 balls of amethyst in Aran. It wasn't like these were a limited edition as such, but they're not going to die anymore. This was it. So once this ran out, it ran out. I did write myself a list of what I had already in terms of Aran. I've had I've got 3 balls of amethyst plus a half used one, so I'll now have 7 full balls and a half used. Because I love the colour, and I made a festive silver and amethyst striped hat with an amethyst pom-pom, and I did want to make a scarf to go with it, so I might try and do that, because hopefully it'll be an easy sort of I was going to say mindless project, but not in a funny way, but like as in an easy to do project to crack on with. So yeah, so we got all of those, and then I did order myself, which I've already taken off the card, because I ordered this to wear because I have this in my collection, Emmeline Pankhurst pin, because it was on the discount. I quite like, she was my first Toft doll make, and I'm very votes for women, let's say. You know, it took us like 100 years, or just over 100 years ago we got the vote, so I like to use my vote. I mean, they're all as bad as each other, but you can't complain that you haven't used your vote then. So I always feel like I should have my say. So that is why I am a strong Emmeline Pankhurst fan. She also reminds me of the lady in Mary Poppins. Who was it? Can't remember her real life name. It was Glenys or Glenda, something like that. She was also in While You Were Sleeping as the older lady that kept taking photos. But you know the lady, the mother of the Banks children that was Votes for Women, and she did her little song. I'm not going to sing for you. So yeah, that was my birthday weekend purchase. So that came to a little over 50 quid. Big glitch, I think there was, on the website. So I'm very appreciative that actually Toft fulfilled the order rather than cancelling it, because they could have probably been in their rights to cancel it. So I don't buy Aran very often, so that's quite a bit of a bargain for me. Right, shove that back down in there. Summer competition is still running with Toft while we're on the subject for Finley the Seahorse. Find Finley. I think it's till the 3rd of September. I have not made one yet. I need to get cracking. I also need to do an Imagine This entry, which I haven't designed yet. And it's Q in 2 weeks tomorrow, 2 weeks Friday. So yeah, a lot going on. One thing Kerry did mention on Toft, actually, if you are a Tofty fan, I don't know if I've got one of the bags to hand. No, I don't. In this wealth of a craft room that's full of stuff. The Crow Your Own bags, the little jute bags that you would get as part of some of your Crow Your Own kits, and also we get them at Q some of the time. We haven't done for a little while now. Oh no, we do. We get them with our stuffing in. So we get our bouquet in our round basket, and then we get a bag of stuffing. Toft are discontinuing those, Kerry mentioned on Friday. She said something about we need space for other things that are coming up next year. Whatever that means. I don't know, excuse me, if they're supplying any with any kits currently. It might be worth an ask if you're making an order with Toft for any sort of Crow Your Own. But yeah, they're discontinuing them, and they used those for the fruit slice pattern that you could sew that on and make it a lunch bag because it was waterproof inside. Funny enough, I have a stash of them, and I have them in a pile that I was going to sort of just palm off, but I might hang on to them now and turn them into presents because they're not making them anymore. Excuse me, sorry, hubby made a tea, so I said I'll bring it up and I'll record my video with you all. So a bit too hot still, but it's been a long day. Right. Next item to show you is next delivery. So we have had Lottie and Albert Curate Crochet box has arrived. This is August's box. So it did arrive a little later than I thought, but I think I just, because it charges early, I think that's why I thought it was late. And I've seen the next box for next month, and I'm going to keep that one as well. But again, I still need to make some of these items. So yeah, I mean, I did a Toft to-do list in Excel, as well as a patch collection list and a pin list. I probably ought to do a non-Toft to-do list. Yeah, with all of these sorts of things. So we will show you, if you haven't received yours yet and you subscribe, you might want to not watch this bit. There will be bookmarks in the description, so you can skip past. Right, I'm opening now. So I love, they always put a card in with and they write your name on. So that's not printed, that is, they type your name on. And it tells you about the project. So this is called the Ibiza Sunset box. And the skills, main skill in this box is overlay mosaic crochet. Not tried it before? No problem. We'll be learning it step by step together. So there you go. So it's an Aran weight cotton yarn, and it's variegated, and it's Stylecraft Savannah. So I have already opened this, but it looks like I haven't. So it comes all wrapped. So I think I've hidden the pattern to start with. I'll show you what's inside. So it all comes with the shredded cardboardy paper that I don't get on with so much. It's like nails down a chalkboard. I don't like it. So you always get your gold hook. So we've got 4.5mm hook here. And then we always get a fresh needle to sew up with. We also have Trimet's wooden beads. They're like, I can't say, it's not dodecahedron, is it? But it's a decagon maybe. How many faces? I can't count that now. But you can see here they've got hole through the middle. There you go. So we've got 6 of those. And then we have a stitch marker here, which I looked at through the bag but haven't actually opened. And I think I quite like it because it's all gemstone-y. So if you look there, it is all little gemstones, which is right up my, that's better in the light, that's right up my alley. I love a bit of gemstone activity. And then you have got some split pin items, brass split pins in there, so make sure we don't lose those. I really like that stitch marker. I can't get it in now. There we go. Right, and the yarn we have received is we've got Rico Design Creative Cotton in Aran, and that's a 50-gram ball. And what colour is that? It's not a colour, it's a number now. It's in Francais. So it says Farbe, F-A-R-B-E, 034. Party 3087. So I'd assume party is lot number and Farbe is like style or colour, 34. So yes, 034 for Farbe and 3087 for party. I did French for GCSE, but I haven't done it in a long time. I can ask where the train station is. Bonjour, je m'appelle Michelle. Où est la gare? There you go. And Dwight is right and gauche is left. It's alright. I remember talking about sideline here, but I remember doing my GCSE French and we had to go and do our speaking part of the exam, and we had to talk about the drugs problem where we live. It was really odd, it's not conversational French. It's not like have a conversation with somebody when you visit the country. It's like, let's talk about the drugs problem. There is no drugs problem, but it was just like that was the subject they wanted you to talk about. Anyway, I sidelined, sorry. Right, this is the Savannah Aran weight yarn. So it is a variegated, there we go, if you can see. It's kind of like a creamy with some turquoise, some very, very pale lilac and pink, if you can see that. Not sure which way is going to be the best. And this is shade 3792 Tundra, dye 647244, Stylecraft. I quite like these cotton yarns because they're nice and soft, but they are splitty to work with, I have to say. I've worked with cotton before. And because of, I suppose, the way they're wound or caked, splitty. So you just have to be a bit careful, which is probably why we're using a bigger hook size, less chance of splitting. So there we go. Those are the contents of the box. I will put all that back so I do not lose the contents of my box. And this is what we're going to be making. Ibiza Sunset baskets. So they're like little hanging baskets. Plant pots, whatever you want to put in them. Yeah, so let's have a little look. They do like a little subscriber showcase in the front as to what people have made. Looks like loop only chain, double crochet, DC increase, foundation, front loop, magic loop, repeats, round, slip stitches, trebles. There's a video tutorial QR code. That is a slightly better picture of what we're making. It looks like mosaic crochet like I've done before, but I haven't done it in a while. And you've got charts and things as well. It's quite a nice little booklet actually, and it's easy to store with lots and lots of pictures as to how to start. Yeah, even more pictures, look. It's very good, I have to say, because I did this one at Christmas with the Advent, so they do have a lot of pictures, which is helpful, but they often have them on the following page, so, which was difficult in Advent, because you were like, do I look forward, do I not look forward? Am I going to see what the next one is? So it's quite long, that pattern goes on for a few pages, a fair few pages, but I think there's 2 different sizes. Then we've got a behind the scenes with a lady called Claire Montgomery. I assume is one of the designers that's designed for them. Yeah, that's all about her. And then a little advertisement. I've seen this, oh, it's made by her. I've seen this online actually. It's a granny square box. So it's like a little box with coaster size pictures of the granny square on the front, and then I assume patterns on the back. 50 mix and match designs. Yeah, 50 cards, each with a gorgeous granny square design to make, mix and match. On the front of each 10 by 10 card is a colour photograph of the finished granny square, while on the back you'll find a stitch chart that shows you how to work the square. There you go. And then it says coming next month, back to school, but I've seen what's coming next month, and I'm going to have next month's. Sorry, that was me talking very quickly, but that's Curate Crochet box that has arrived this week. Yeah. That has arrived in readiness. I don't think I've got anything else to show you. No, in terms of deliveries. Right, work in progress. I started this Wednesday night, Thursday night, can't recall. I bought a 4-ply yarn cake from Yarn Mixology because my friend Claire recommended it to me because of the colour. I've never worked with 4-ply before. We all know I'm a DK girl. But this was called Northern Lights with Sparkle. I opted for Northern Lights with Sparkle. And I think if you watch my videos and you're on the journey with me, you'll have seen it. And you remember me buying it and going, I don't know what I'm going to make with it. Somebody came up on the Yarn Mixology Facebook page, one of their customers that have made this shawl with it, and Claire tagged me in it. And I was very reluctant because I've only ever done one shawl before, which is a Toft one. And everything else that I've done has been either amigurumi or jumpers / cardigans. And most of those have been like granny square treble themed, which I want to try and get away from now. I want to do something a little bit different in terms of jumpers and cardigans. So yeah, that's by the by. So we said we'd do it as a crochet along together. Claire started so she could have a look at the pattern ahead of me. I came to start on whatever day it was, Wednesday, Thursday. Sorry, I've noticed like an end that I want to pull through. Yeah, Wednesday or Thursday, I think it was, I started. And I struggled immediately because it started the pattern with make an MC, which I felt really stupid, and I actually got really upset by it because I know I'm not a silly person, like, and my brain is quite logical. But I've only been crocheting for 6 years, so I haven't come across all the terminologies used in all the different ways. And to me, when I've learned, because I learned pretty much from Wee Woolies, the magic circle has a number of stitches in, and I apply the same to Toft patterns and every amigurumi pattern I do. So if it says MC6, or I will do a magic circle, to me a magic circle has a number of stitches in it. So it said make MC, and then it was something like 4 stitches, an increase and another 4 stitches or something. And I was like, but what? I don't understand. I don't get it. tried to watch a video, well, I watched a video on YouTube. About 4 times I attempted to do this MC the way that they did it, and I couldn't tighten the circle. So I managed to make it, and then when I went to tighten it, it went about 1/2 centimetre and just locked, and I was like, well. So I gave up in that respect, and I fudged it, and I did my own version of what I do for a magic circle, and because it's DC in there as trebles, so it's US terminology. Anyway, I managed to start in the end and get away and go on and do this, but the first however many rows were a bit taxing in terms of keeping an eye on your stitches and your stitch count. Once we got into a particular element, it was a lot easier, and I have actually extended this shawl to try and use up as much of the yarn cake as possible. Anyway, finished the shawl. This is what I have left of my, so this was a, I don't know grammage weight because it says 1,000 meters. I don't know what this was in grams because I didn't weigh it beforehand, but this is what I have left that I have actually balled up, left out of the cake. I did try and do an extra row with this, and then got about 1/3 of the way through and realised I wasn't going to have enough, so I had to frog it back. So that is what I have left, which, as you can see the sparkle in it there. There we go. So I won't fit this all in on this video. I have got hubby to take pictures. He loves taking pictures for me of my crochet out in the garden where the neighbours can see us. So it is done. So this is the shawl. Hello. I'll try and show you the edges. So here's the edges for you. If I fold it in half, you might be able to get a better. There we go. If I lean back, it's kind of slightly like wings and then goes down. But you can see, because this is a gradient cake, it goes from the purple down to sort of the black colour. I will pop pictures on my Instagram if you follow me, so go and check that out on there. I'm not a blocker. I've never blocked anything. I don't have the space, to be honest, but I think I'm going to steam like these. Can you see that's curling over? Oh, along the top edge, it's slightly curling. So I'm going to try and steam this edge flat. But otherwise, I think it's pretty all right. Hopefully, no, you can't really see the sparkle on here. But there is the sparkle all the way through. So technically this was 5-ply because it was 4-ply, but with the metallic thread. I have to say I don't think I'd do one with a metallic thread again. You can see the sparkle there. Simply because, I don't know if I can show you with the end. It was very, you see, it's not going to focus. Let me try and hold it up so it can focus on. Can you see that? Like this one that's sticking out on its own is the metallic thread. And this is what it was like the whole time with crocheting. Like kept missing it, kept catching, kept snagging. So I have to say, I don't think I would do one with this. I mean, you can see it all sort of sticking out there. It's lovely, the effect, don't get me wrong. But maybe it was just because it was my first venture into 4-ply and it's loose. I'm not used to that being loose like that, and kept catching bits of the yarn. And can you see, like, it's just very different to what I'm used to. So I'm not a 4-ply convert, I have to say. I probably would try one of these cakes again, but non-metallic, I would say, because it just wound me the hell up sometimes. I'd sit there and I'd keep snagging it. Sometimes not helped by the fact that I'm doing the pattern not late into the evening, but I'm doing it after work and my brain is just like, no, thank you. So yeah, so that is the shawl, and I'll show you size-wise for comparison. It's not like massive. It does kind of look like wings when you hold it up, you'll see from my picture. And you can kind of see, if I move like this is like Monica out of Friends when she has the dreadlocks. Treat for the eyes and the ears to get the glitter. There you go. So yes, Claire is happy that I've had a go at it and done it, because she said, you're capable of this. Thank you, Claire, for having the confidence. But I did not enjoy the trying to learn what a magic circle is from that perspective. Yes. Anyway, I've made it. It's done. I have achieved it. So yeah, we might try one again, maybe in the distant future. We're going to Ali Pali hopefully in October if we sort out the tickets. And I know Yarn Mixology have been there before, so I might possibly get another cake and try and give it another go. Right, that was what that was made out of. So Yarn Mixology, Northern Lights. To make sure you know all the ins and outs. 3.5mm hook. Apologies if you can hear drilling. Somebody outside is drilling. 3.5mm hook. And the pattern is the Ultimate Sacrifice Shawl. But I can't even remember who it's by. Let me look. Had to buy it on Ravelry. By Lorraine Pugh. So let me show you the picture of the front. So this is the pattern. I'll try and find a Ravelry link and tag it for you. But that is the pattern. I think it was $5 US it cost me on Ravelry to purchase it. Instant download, obviously. Right. I think that'd be it. I need to pick out of my list, my to-do list, what I'm going to do next. I think it's going to be Toft. I've still got to finish Darwin, and I don't do whips, as you know, but I need to. It's very cream or charcoal, so I need to break it up. I might do, sorry, the Flora Society for summer that I haven't done yet, because autumn is due, or I might try and do a Finley. Yeah, we'll have a look. That I need to plan. But otherwise, I mean, tea. Sorry, there's loads of noises out in the gardens. It's the nice weather, everyone's trying to get out. Although it's very, very windy today. Got blown away. Right, I'm going to stop waffling. I will let you all crack on. Thank you, as always, for joining me. And I will hopefully see you next time. Take care. Bye.